Welcome to Still Works and Brewing. My name is Randy. This is Kevin, and this is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing.
So today's distilling day. What we're going to be doing is distilling out our Angel Envy inspired bourbon. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully it'll be a good little process.
First things first, there's 5 things you can really do to help this channel out. Number 1, hit that subscribe button. Is it down that side or that? Whatever side it is. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we come out with new content. Share us with your friends. Give us a thumbs up if you like what you see. And of course, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
So to determine if the fermentation process is completed, we're going to use a hydrometer. We're going to stick this in our little mixture here, and the gravity of water is this up here, 1.000, and if it's pretty close to that, we'll know that the fermentation process is completed because all of the sugars has been converted to alcohol through the yeast. Set it in there, give it a little spin, and watch it bounce back up. And then we just wait for it to stabilize. Looks like we're just barely above the 1.000.
So we want to figure out what is the ABV of that mash. Okay, if you remember from the previous video, we were at 1.075, right? So, and we just checked our final gravity, which is 1.000, and we subtract that out, we get 0.075, right? So what we want to do is divide or multiply 0.75 times the factor of 131.25, and we equal 9.8% of alcohol that's in that mash. Now, so if we ask Siri, what is 9.8% of the 24 quarts of mash we got in there, it comes out to 2.3 quarts. But that is pure alcohol, and we cannot achieve that. But it just gives us a data point, so when we just start distilling, of what we think we might get. Okay? Okay, so now we got the still all stacked out and ready to go. The only other things we got to do is connect the water lines for the cooling, but I wanted to get the heat going into the still pot. Alright, and we're going to do that in two different ways. First, I use a diffuser plate under the still pot and the propane heat, and I also use my heating element, right? And I try to bring it up slow. First thing, but don't get in a hurry because you can scorch your mash. We don't want to do that because once you scorch it, you can't get that taste out, and it will just ruin it. Okay, like I said, let's get some heat under the still pot. We got electric going into the heating element, so now it's time to wait. Okay, so what's going on now is our pot temperature is right around 150. And what you're going to notice, a lot of people don't want to pay attention to the pot temperature. It is an indicator to me of what's getting ready to happen. Okay, so as it climbs the one past 145, you can start to feel a little bit of heat in the column. You see the little condensation in the sight glass. The head temperature went up just a little bit. So your four shots and your four shots will start to come off soon. Alright, now we're just starting to get one or two drops coming out of the condenser, and it's very, very pungent. You want to smell that, Kev? It's very, very pungent, and so that is the junk coming off first. Okay, so we're getting pretty close, but like I've always said in the past, now is not a time to walk away, because when it decides to shoot up, that head temperature is going to shoot up real fast, and if you don't get ready to turn your heat down, you might have to take a risk of you're still puking, and you don't want that mess. Okay, so we'll be back. Okay, if you notice, she's just starting to drip, so she will pick up in a little bit once the temperature gets up a little bit higher, and we will collect the first 6 to 8 ounces and 4 to 6 ounces, and we'll discard that.
Okay. So there's our first 6 ounces. We're going to go ahead and start collecting after this.
Okay, let's see what we got coming off the still right now. We're right down to just about 40%. My head temperature is right about 200. I think I'm going to be calling this right now. We ended up with 1, 2, 3, almost 3.5 quarts. That's pretty good for this run. So I think I'm going to call it right now. We're going to shut the heat off. And so, what's next? Okay, we're going to let this stuff air out for a while. I mean, I like to put, lids on them with paper towel just to keep the critters out. We'll let them air out for a while. And then our next will be, we'll be blending them together, what we want to keep, what we don't. We're going to be oaking it. And then after that, we'll be bottling it and finishing it. What do you think?
Sounds like we get to drink something soon.
Well, it's going to take a little while yet. Okay. What I want to say is, hey, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time here on Still Works and Brewing. See you guys.